Welcome back to Almighty Blues Cricket, your central place for all RCB and Indian cricket. I hope all of you have been liking the content. I know it's not been a great time, especially इंडिया के लिए बिकॉज इंडिया lost that last game against Pakistan, but we had a great stream after that to do a proper post-mortem. Yes, हमने किया था और आपने obviously lot of people ने देखा है. So hopefully you all like the content. We did get lot many views. We got about 425 odd views. So that's awesome. Thanks to you all. But however, a big but, किसी ने भी सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया. सो कम ऑन गाइज, इट विल नॉट कॉस्ट यू एनीथिंग. इट इज जस्ट द प्रेस ऑफ अ बटन and the bell notification icon, which will also tell you when we are live or coming up with the video. So let's subscribe. It is just a red color button at the bottom right corner of basically beneath the video. So hopefully you will do that and help us grow, because we have just started off this channel after obviously Almighty Blues FC, and Almighty Blues Cricket is going to bring you a lot of RCB and Indian cricket content, and of course world stage as well. So do subscribe, and thanks for all the views, but subscriptions is what we need at this point in time, along with obviously any shares that you might do. Yes, share the link as well. And now let's get into it, because this is the big game, the biggest of all, I would say, even bigger than Pakistan in terms of just technicalities, because if India loses this game to New Zealand today, and that is October 31st, yes, we will be virtually out of the Cricket World Cup of ICC T20s this year at least. It's crazy, right? And that's how close it is. T20 internationals are always like that, and of course the World Cup format is such that we need to win all our remaining matches, and especially against New Zealand, because New Zealand are the arch rivals in this particular group along with Pakistan, which we lost. But yeah, obviously it is basically a very important game, and we need to go in win, because Pakistan has already won 3 matches. Yes, they have already played 3 matches, whereas India, we have just played in 1 game, we have lost. New Zealand have also played just 1 game against Pakistan and lost. So it'll be like a do or die for both the sides, and very interesting game. So let's get into it, guys. So obviously, before we even get into it, I have to mention another aspect from the last episode, right? The Shami episode. It was not about us, it is about Mohammad Shami of the Indian cricket team, and he did not bowl well. We criticized as well, and we tweeted about it as well. लेकिन क्या सही है कि आप शमी को बेसिकली गाली गलौज दो just because he's of a certain religion? That's certainly not on. Like, that is not on. Shami is basically, if you have to ask me who's the best bowler in India today, who's able to take wickets, it is Shami, even more than Bumrah for me. Shami has played very well, especially in ICC tournaments. Last ICC tournament also he did very well. So come on, like guys, they all are trying, and you cannot just basically discriminate anyone. इतने इतने करोड़ों मुस्लिम भी है. So India Muslims अब एक है. It is about Indian cricket right now, and that is most important. And I hope Shami is in the right frame of mind, and so is Indian team backing him. Kudos to them for that. But in terms of the details about this match, well, India versus New Zealand. Let's look at the head-to-head. We have obviously beaten New Zealand 8 times in T20 internationals, लेकिन New Zealand ने भी हमें 8 बार हार दिखाया है. So it is 8 versus 8, very close contest. I would not say so, because all the 8 wins that India has got, वो 2016 World Cup के बाद में ही मिला इंडिया को. So after 2016 World Cup, I would say India are a little bit more dominant. But obviously, it's New Zealand. We cannot underestimate them at all, especially in ICC tournaments again, because New Zealand is our nemesis. India has just won 25% of their games in ICC tournaments versus New Zealand, and that is the lowest among all teams. Come on, like, we have to do something, and something's got to give here. And of course, even in ICC ranking, New Zealand are ranked 4, India is ranked 2. Not very far off in terms of points, I would say. So it is certainly very close, simply put. Like, I cannot, stress that enough. Obviously, the next game is against Afghanistan, and that is on 3rd of November. obviously we need to win both the games. Simply put, Afghanistan lost their match as well to Pakistan, remember. But yeah, let's look at the points table, because as I said, Pakistan have won all the games in Group 2. Afghanistan has won one, lost one, so they are at 2 points. Pakistan, of course, at 6 points. Namibia is at 2 points, and of course, India or New Zealand will look to climb up the ladder. And New Zealand is on fourth, India is on fifth because of the net run rate. So net run rate be important ho jayega. You never know in T20s, right? And of course, Scotland kind of makes up the numbers. Group one, on the other hand, strange. ICC, I don't know, kind of strange scheduling, I would say. Like, come on, Group 1 में every team has played 3 games. Group 2 में there's hardly, only Pakistan has played 3 games, and others have just played mostly 1 game or 2 games. Like, I don't know, I don't get that. But anyway, England, like Pakistan, have been dominant, won all their games. South Africa have been decent as well and winning 2 of the 3 games, and Australia have won 2 of the 3 games, but they have definitely lost badly to England, and that got their net run rate down. So it'll be interesting from the other group who comes, hopefully in the semis versus India. But yeah, that's something that we will look into. I don't see West Indies or Sri Lanka definitely qualifying right now, and they are more or less out, I would say. They have a chance technically, but yeah, Bangladesh is technically out as well. But yeah, as in, let's look at basically the fitness. So obviously, India had a scary moment with Hardik Pandya, I think, holding his shoulder, if I'm not wrong. What do you all think? Like, do you think he'll feature today? Hardik Pandya is a match winner. Of course, if he's 90% fit, he needs to play. There's no two ways about it. Even though he doesn't bowl, recently he's not bowled. But अफवाह है कि हार्दिक पांड्या ने नेट्स में बॉलिंग की है. मे बी एज पर हिज इंटरव्यू ही इज डूइंग दैट फॉर द रेस्ट ऑफ द टूर्नामेंट. लेकिन अगर इंडिया हार जाए तो रेस्ट ऑफ द टूर्नामेंट का यूज ही नहीं है, राइट? ऑलमोस्ट. आई नो टेक्निकली वी आर नॉट आउट, बट it's almost we are out, because we kind of cancel each other, India, New Zealand. So for me, Hardik Pandya, if he is 90% fit, he has to definitely play, and he has to bowl if need be. Only if need be, of course. He's not like a world class bowler, लेकिन obviously एक choice मिलती है इंडिया को, some variation and he has a golden arm also, like you can say that, right? So Hardik Pandya hopefully is fit, and that's what the reports are saying, and he needs to definitely play and bowl and bat at number 5 or 6, please. Definitely Hardik Pandya not below. I would not put him below Ravindra Jadeja. I know Ravindra Jadeja is in form, Hardik Pandya has not been, लेकिन फिर भी Hardik Pandya is a match winner. And against New Zealand, you never know, right? As in, we really may need to be in that do or die situation within the game as well. So I would go with him. Apart from that, I think fitness, I don't see any major issues at all. Even Hardik Pandya is not a major issue, like I said. So let's look at the team, what India will go with, right? As in, again, comment below, what do you think will the India 11 be? Will there be any changes? Talking about changes, of course, there's a lot of speculation that maybe Ishan Kishan might come in for Hardik Pandya, but like I said, I would rather play Hardik Pandya in such a crucial game. Not like Ishan Kishan is very experienced and a match winner. Of course, he is a match winner, but not as much as Hardik Pandya, and of course, not absolutely fantastic form that you would want to keep him by default. So I would stick with Hardik. But moving on from Hardik, I think Shardul Thakur is the one that has been spoken of the most. We covered, again, the link is below in the description. Definitely check it out, because we covered a lot about Shardul Thakur in that review, a detailed review stream that we had. For me, Shardul Thakur definitely comes in. Shardul has been, I think, the leading wicket taker for India in T20 international since 2020. अब वर्ल्ड कप में he will not get an opportunity in the most crucial game after doing so well in the last, say, 1.5 years. तब कब देंगे? I know Bhuvneshwar Kumar swings the ball, and surprisingly in UAE the ball is swinging as well. But again, I don't think that Bhuvneshwar Kumar definitely looks good to take a wicket. I know he should have been played more in those first few overs against Pakistan while bowling, but that's hindsight now. For now, definitely the moment is today, so we have to play the person in form, the person who's more confident, and you have to basically give fruits to basically whoever worked so hard and done so well. So Shardul deserves it, I would say. So Shardul, come in is what I would say, and let's actually manage him. Hopefully he gets the ball to swing as well a little bit, not as much as Bhuvi, we know, but yeah, and that's what I would do. अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट मेरे ख्याल से और कुछ चेंजेस नहीं होने चाहिए, बिकॉज आई डोंट वांट टू चेंज इट टू मच लाइक एन आरसीबी डज इट, एंड आई वुड रादर स्टिक टू व्हाट we are having a strengths. So obviously Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul opening the batting, Virat Kohli coming in 3, Surya Kumar Yadav coming at 4, Rishabh Pant coming at 5, Hardik Pandya and then Ravindra Jadeja, Varun Chakravarti, Shardul Thakur, Shami and Bumrah. That is what I would go with. Of course, Shami's mindset is important as well. Hopefully he is fine. Only then I would kind of play Bhuvi, versus Shami, if really if it gets to that. But I don't think he will. He's very strong. I know that, knowing his past and personal background as well. But yes, talking about New Zealand. Well, in terms of the fitness, Martin Guptill I think had an injury scare. I think it was a Yorker against Pakistan. तो एक Yorker था because of which I think he was limping. तो hopefully for New Zealand, Martin Guptill is fit, and as per reports वो भी फिट है. सो आई कैन सी मार्टिन कैप्टल certainly starting along with obviously Mitchell, their opener, and Williamson coming at 3. Again, not a great year for Williamson by his standards. Like maybe this is a game that he's been waiting for, who knows, right? And against India, we all know New Zealand, and we'll get to that more in detail. But Nisham at 4, I think will keep his place. I don't see any major changes there because of what he brings with the bat as well as the ball. And after one game, they wouldn't like to make a change either. Devon Conway definitely at 5, and Glenn Phillips at 6. They kind of walk in. Seifert and 7. Santner I can see coming in, because I think, let's talk about matchups quickly, right? Because I think in terms of New Zealand's bowling, obviously Ish Sodhi, who will be coming after Santner in the batting lineup, would be key to New Zealand, because Ish Sodhi, I think, is the leading wicket taker against India in T20 internationals, period. And that tells it itself. So definitely Ish Sodhi with his leg spinners, and of course Santner, क्योंकि against Pakistan we saw how we did against the spinners. I will say that of course the game is in Dubai, where the team chasing has won all their games. Yes, the toss is crucial, but again, I know it's not Sharjah where it's been very slow in the IPL, etc. It's Dubai, but still I would have New Zealand pick in Santner as well as Sodhi, despite the due, because of Indian batting not being able to handle it. Like simply put, like honestly, that's what if I have New Zealand think tank, I'll be thinking. Again, comment below. What do you think? Will Santner play along with his Sodhi? Also, Santner can bat a bit, so that certainly helps. With them not having a high score against Pakistan. So that's my call. Of course, after that, they kind of pick themselves, right? As in, it'll be Southee and Trent Bolt. Again, because of the fact that the match is in Dubai, and the ball has been swinging a little bit, there are calls for Adam Milne playing, or maybe Kyle Jamieson, because of the bounce he gets against Virat Kohli. But again, I would rather stick with Southee and Bolt, because I think Bolt can, and he's gone on record saying he can do what Shaheen Afridi did against India, and he's good enough by himself. And Southee, he's had much success against Virat Kohli as well. Talking about left arm seamers, Southee has had, I think, Virat Kohli out 10 times. Yes, in international cricket, and that's equal to Jimmy Anderson, who all know that Jimmy Anderson is the nemesis Virat Kohli ke liye. So Southee will walk in and keep his place, and he's good enough by himself, like Trent Bolt is. And of course, talking about matchups, now Trent Bolt also has a great matchup against Rohit Sharma. I know it's again left arm seamers. Indians are known not to play left arm seamers well, Indian openers especially, but Rohit Sharma in particular, who apparently is the leading run getter for India versus New Zealand in T20 internationals, despite the recent lack of form that he's had. So again, something's got to give, right? Trent Bolt versus Rohit Sharma versus New Zealand. Very interesting for me. Again, comment below, what do you think? Who is the most key batsman for India? For me, if you ask me, it is KL Rahul. KL Rahul, if he gets to basically 30 to 40 runs, we know he goes on to basically score 70 to 80 runs at least. And that is KL Rahul of the IPL form that we need. He can do it. And you know what? KL Rahul, he has the second highest average versus New Zealand. I think first he has versus West Indies. Of course, they are not in a group, so can't help it. But New Zealand के साथ KL Rahul का प्रदर्शन बहुत ही शानदार रहा है. Like KL Rahul has to definitely come along with New Zealand, along with Rohit Sharma against New Zealand, because that is key for me. And again, comment below what is the key battle for you. For me, it is basically New Zealand opening bowlers versus Indian opening batsmen. No two ways about it. Of course, you can talk about Williamson. Is a great player when it comes to spinners, right? Ravindra Jadeja के खिलाफ और वरुण चक्रवर्ती के खिलाफ Williamson is a person who can be dangerous. Lekin for me, like I said, that is what the main matchup is. And again, another matchup, Jasprit Bumrah. Of course, we spoke highly about Shami, but Jasprit Bumrah, especially against New Zealand, is key bowler for us because he has picked 10 wickets just 9 games में 9 games में उसने 10 wickets चटकाए न्यूजीलैंड के, and that is something that we need the form of Jasprit Bumrah, especially against Martin Guptill, who's had him I think a couple of times. So hopefully it'll be Jasprit Bumrah's day as well. So yeah, these are the key matchups. Again, let me know what do you all think about these matchups overall, and what will be the key element. I hope toss is not the deciding factor. ICC, please do something. कुछ करना चाहिए आईसीसी. क्या ही है, 6 गेम्स हुए सब चेजिंग टीम जीत रहा है. आई नो T20 में जनरली होता है, लेकिन फिर भी कम ऑन आईसीसी, दिस इज नॉट डन. लाइक दैट इज वाई क्रिकेट इज नॉट सो पॉपुलर इन लॉट ऑफ कंट्रीज. लाइक the toss determines a lot of things. I know these are international players, they should be used to due, and we covered that in the review of the Pakistan game, but it's not done. Day games rakho yaar, kuch bhi rakho, lekin it should not matter so much. I hope Virat Kohli calls it right, that's what I can hope, and maybe India will change the trend. Who knows, that India will be batting first and win. Again, comment below what do you think is going to happen in terms of basically my predictions. I certainly see India, the top team that we are, will definitely finally turn up against New Zealand. The ICC World Test Championship, it is fresh in our minds. We all covered that on Almighty Blues FC. Check it out, the link of that as well. And we covered in detail the way New Zealand beat us. It was heartbreaking. It cannot be again. 2019 World Cup, definitely we cannot have this happen. Come on India, you can do it. Again, people watching, smash that like button, do subscribe, share the link, and subscribe is the stress. India, come on. Yes.